Hi.
Hello.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
No, it's good.
This is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice. It's a bit cooler as well now.
Thank God.
God, it was so hot, wasn't it?
Hey, thank you first of all for shining a light on the northeast of England.
Are you from there?
I'm from Borough, yeah, from Middlesbrough. So you're a little bit more north than I am. However, it was fantastic to see because even though this is a zombie film, a undead film, there's still so much positives to wean from the community and the landscape of the northeast as well. How was please tell me everything you possibly could about the positives of the northeast from being up there.
Well, obviously the starting point was Holy Island, and that's the reason that you centre yourself round the area. We based ourselves in Newcastle because it's obviously a big town, great place to stage our adventures from. But Northumberland is, of all the counties of England, it's the least agriculturalised, the least manicured. It feels wilder. It's not entirely, of course, but you can select areas of it, huge areas of it, that appear to be convincing in the sense that nobody's been in them for 28 years, which is critical for our story. So there was that. There was the fact that you were in an area of the country I felt incredibly at home in. I don't know why, I come from the northwest, but to go to St James's Park, watch a game, see the town, in the town, out for the game, very special people. Privileged to work there, yeah.
Well, privileged to have you up there as well. There's so many things I could talk to you about this film. However, there's one which I hope no one has asked you about yet. That being the heavy metal version of Teletubbies that we do hear at some point during the film. How did you feel about that inclusion within it? And do you think it's a first for filmmaking in general?
Well, horror. If you can bring innocence into the equation, it's a wonderful ingredient because horror stands at the other end of the spectrum from innocence, but they are connected. You need both, and to be able to desecrate that innocence with a bit of heavy metal is perfect. So there you go.
And finally for me, I know that the second one's kind of in the can already, which is fantastic. Where do we stand with the third film of this hopeful trilogy? What is the current official line on that?
We are waiting for finance for it. I think the fate of the weekend, how we do over the weekend, and in the next month or so with this film will influence whether we get money for the third one. Because it's a worldwide release, but it is an entirely British film affair. It's made by there's one Swedish guy in it, and that's it. So you've got to earn your keep around the world, and hopefully everybody will love the story as much as we did, yeah.
And I loved it too. I could talk to you all night, but you've got to get on. But thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
All right, cool.
Cheers,
Thank
man.
you.
Cheers. Welcome to the world premiere of 28 years later. Take me back, were you a fan of the original in 2002?
To be honest, I hadn't seen it when I met Danny for it, but I have now.
You open your eyes.
I'm the sort of person I wouldn't normally go and see a zombie film, but actually, having seen it now, it's stunning. So much more than...
Danny Boyle obviously has a bit of pull in Scotland, I imagine, being of train spotting fame and everything. Is there someone who, like you, just had in your bucket list, like, to work on a Danny Boyle project would be amazing? And did it live up to expectations?
Well, Danny Boyle gave me my very, very first job, brought me down to London when he was a director at the Royal Court Theatre, which was 40 years ago. So it was really nice to be reunited with him all these years later and to do it on film.
Did you ever imagine that this would be the way that you guys would collaborate again?
I always hoped I'd work with him again, but this is unbelievable. It's been unbelievable.
It's so amazing
really special.
It's so amazing seeing your character in this community of people who have got together on Holy Island.
Yeah.
How did you guys, as a cast, create this camaraderie amongst yourselves?
Well, because Danny, as I say, I worked with him very first in the theatre. He's a man who started in the theatre, so we all rehearsed. And we had a rehearsal room, and we had props that we could play with, and things that, how you would make your fire, how you would eat, how you would day to day. And so from that, we had a week of that, and singing songs and storytelling. That starts your world for the film. And it was wonderful.
Have you managed to see a cut of this yet, or is this your first time? Okay, what can audiences expect after seeing this film? How do you want them to feel?
I think they'll be blown away by it. I think it's extraordinary and very funny.
I agree.
There's so much humour in it and huge heart.
Which, like, those two things
And
are
a big
linked.
message of hope as well, I think.
Do you think, as I did, a tear will be shed by many a person watching this film? as well?
Absolutely, I cried a lot.
Oh, good.
I really did, and I was,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you so much.